Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Crystal, the Crystalline Priestess, intuitive evolutionary astrologer and psychic tarot reader, and today we have the daily horoscope for Friday the 13th. Oh, Friday the 13th of September 2024. Okay, my loves, so it does feel a little bit scary today. We do have the exact sun square with Jupiter, and the moon has just moved into Capricorn. So just after we had that freaking powerful square with Neptune yesterday, we had the moon move into move into Capricorn, where he started to then oppose with Mars in Cancer. So still, we're really feeling it on the action front. We're really feeling our emotions and our workload in, wait for him to go past. We're really feeling our emotions and our workload in a bit of a dichotomy at the moment. We're feeling like, how do I tend to my tree emotionally, and how do I tend to my tree in order to help it grow? It feels like it's really a day today where we're being called into, I feel like intelligence is the word, but having an intelligent method for actually getting things done today. And I spoke to this already like a few times today, this week, because it's a week of really having to put one foot in the front of the other and to just sort of make things happen. It's a day because we have finally Mercury moving past where he went retrograde at 4 degrees back on, like, I think it was August 5th or something. So Mercury has finally reached this point. It's the 9th of September. It's a month later. So it's a month later and we're finally, oh, okay, I can see where now I need to, I've organized myself in a way where I need to now start actually going about it and just implementing it and having it happen on rotation, day in, day out. Let's go, let's make this happen. Because the moon is in Capricorn and it's opposing that Mars, it really feels to me like it's this call to make sure that your emotions are not getting in the way of what you're physically feeling called to actually do, of what you're, the routine and the structure that you've created. Don't allow your emotions to stop you from actually going towards that thing. Maybe emotionally, we might have to make an adjustment. We might have to be like, okay, well, I'm feeling completely fucking flat today, so maybe I can't actually get as much filming work done as I was going to, but instead I'm going to do a bit more of the admin or something. It's about just compromising on the action that you needed to take and allowing yourself to take action that feels like it's not so overwhelming today. We have Mercury in Virgo in the 10th house coming out on our Astro dice. So it's definitely a day. The Mercury energy and the Capricorn energy is really feeling tough. It's feeling strong. It's feeling motivated and activated. Mercury, or I suppose Virgo and Gemini energy, both of these energies hate Jupiter, or Jupiter hates them. So the fact that we have the sun, squaring Jupiter in a sign that Jupiter doesn't like, at the same time as Jupiter is in a sign that he doesn't like being in, it could be hard to feel optimistic today, or it could just be that, in one breath we feel optimistic and in another breath we feel really overwhelmed. So it's about just diligently getting through the tasks today that need doing and just getting it done. Venus is moved off Lilith now, is overtaking Lilith, and Lilith was retrograde. I didn't even mention that in the horoscope yesterday, the fact that this, any day this week, I haven't mentioned the fact that Venus has been connecting with the Lilith who has been retrograde, and so retrograding Lilith is even more of a dark hole than normal Lilith. And so we're really just needing to discern today about where it's actually our dark side, it's our shadow, it's the part of us that just wants to sort of flub around, that is trying to deter us from actually going towards the thing. I feel as though this is just the grind. Today feels like we're very much dealing with a grind, and it could just feel like emotionally a little bit flat, and even because we have the moon moving into the opposition with Mars, and by the time you're watching this reading, or by the time I've got this for 10 a.m. on Friday morning, the moon's moved off that opposition, but we're still feeling it, and we're still feeling the repercussions of that. So we have the 7 of Cups coming out, which feels as though with that moon's opposition to Mars, we're not quite sure on the action to take. We're not quite sure emotionally on what we're wanting to do. We have the 4 of Wands coming out with the Page of Wands in reverse. So I feel as though today feels like a day where we're wanting to maybe go and stay, like, it's feeling like inside that crab shell. And I feel like with this Page of Wands in reverse, it's not allowing your emotions to sort of like get the best of you in a fiery way. I'm feeling like this Four of Wands is about actually like, you know, using your comfort to help you have healthier reactions. And that sounds like a weird message, but you know, if you know that if you're feeling really angry, but you know that going for a swim in the ocean just absolutely always cleanses you and makes you feel like so much better, then go do that. And if you're just sitting there in your anger, instead of sitting there in your anger, go for the swim. Go do the thing that actually helps you move your energy, that helps you shift, and that helps you feel a little bit different, you know? There's still a massive feeling this week where we're just a little bit overwhelmed with all the stuff that we have to do. And so I feel like with this Four of Wands, we need to actually celebrate the fact that we have this stuff in our lives. You know, we need to celebrate the stress that we have. And what is it? I'm seeing that quote that all the athletes say where it says, oh yeah, pressure is a privilege. So if you're under pressure right now, if you're feeling as though there's a lot to do, it's a privilege, because that pressure is showing you where you've taken on a level of responsibility that is calling for you to, you know, stand in this power. And that's strong, that's powerful, that's an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing. You know, the moon is in Capricorn today, so it's really about knowing that we need to remain focused, and we need to remain, you know, not caught up in the victim, because Cancer energy, Mars in Cancer, can become a victim. And because Mars is starting to really get closer and closer to squaring these nodes, it's feeling like we're needing to not see ourselves as incapable today. We're needing to see ourselves as, what can I do, you know, because the little things that you do are going to make the biggest difference over this time, you know. So let's get an archetype. We have the Addict and the Mediator cards coming out, with the Gambler at the bottom of the deck. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. The shadow attribute is relying on luck rather than hard work. So that's very much a Jupiter energy. Virgo square Jupiter in Gemini is very much, don't rely on luck instead of the work that you need to actually do to get to where you're going. You know, like I said, putting one step in front of the other, even if you don't actually know where that step is quite leading you that yet. It's about just going on the mission and going on the journey and doing the things anyway, and not giving up just because the going, you know, what is it? When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. I'm seeing that in The Lion King. I don't know, remember if it's the first one or the second one. I think it's the second one. But you know, I'm seeing this as just like, know when you have to stick something out, and you just have to keep moving in that direction even though you don't know where it's taking you. This is about leading, being led by your spirit, being led by, you know, your intuition. And see, the thing is, with Virgo and with Gemini, this is definitely like, I don't want to say listen to your intuition and become delusional. I'm saying listen to your gut instinct, listen to what feels right, listen to your soul, listen to your spirit, but also listen to your heart and your logic and make logical decisions. Mercury is in Virgo. You know, Mercury has just moved off where he went retrograde. He's finally out of shadow. So now we can think clearly. Allow this energy to help you think clearly and to take your power back. I'm hearing Take Your Power Back by Narco Bear. Take your power, take your power, take your power back. Take your power back. So, you know, that's another song, bonus song. Look it up. It's about taking your power into your own hands. That's what this archetype, this Addict archetype is looking like. You know, instead of pushing your power away, why don't you embrace it? I feel like with the Sun square to Jupiter, this is us needing to push away or to let go of the addictive patterns that we have that are continuously getting us caught up in unhealthy cycles. You know, Virgo is about health. Square to Jupiter in Gemini. How are you breathing? How's your cardiovascular system? How is your, you know, how are your arms? How are your hands? How are your legs? How are you moving in your everyday life? How are you walking? How are you digesting food? All of these things are really important because they show you whether you're thriving, functioning through thrive, or whether you're functioning and you're essentially withering away and, you know, feeling like shit. Like, this is really, really sort of feeling like tough love from the universe, because the tough love is coming in to say you can't keep doing these addictive things. You can't keep doing the same stuff and expecting a different result. That is literally the definition of insanity. So you can't keep doing the same thing anymore. You have to switch it up. You have to do something different. You have to change your mentality. You have to change the way that you're approaching your goals and all these things. And you've been building into that. So Friday is the day to stick it out. It's Friday the 13th, okay? Stick it out. Don't let yourself get murdered along this fucking, trajectory of becoming the person that you truly want to be and that you're truly yearning to be. Don't let yourself get caught up in that South Node Venus, Lilith opposing Chiron that says, I am not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I suck. I'm a piece of shit. I fucking don't have what it takes. It's about building a sense of discipline that helps you see the power that you truly have to become the greatest version of yourself. And everybody's greatest version looks different. The light attributes of the addict helps you recognize and confront an addictive behavior. The shadow attributes is compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. And the mediator is a gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. The shadow attribute is negotiating with an ulterior motive or a hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So, get out of the negative agendas, get out of anything that feels toxic, get out of anything that feels like it's not in true spiritual alignment and true spiritual service. Even though the sun is off that exact opposition with Saturn, it is still there, it's still present, The sun is only 20 degrees and Saturn's only 15, so there's still a 5 degrees where Saturn is really still trying to get you to be healthy. Saturn is really trying to get you to be spiritually discerning and to have respect for your health as one of your greatest wealths, and I don't think I've really mentioned this too much throughout this week, but your health really is your greatest wealth. And with the sun square to Jupiter, don't be doing things, overindulging in things and doing things to an excess that essentially affect your health. This is us seeing where we've been making decisions that are affecting us. With the addict coming out and with the mediator, it is about not letting yourself be overruled by addictions. If you love coffee, there's nothing wrong with that, but don't be drinking 8 coffees a day. That's when that shit gets unhealthy. Have 1 coffee a day. It's about needing to discipline yourself. You can have the things that you want. You can love the things that you love, but you cannot expect to overindulge in those things and to get ahead. You cannot expect to have no discipline in your life and to get ahead. It's literally impossible. Any Capricorn will tell you that. If you're a Capricorn or you have a Capricorn placement, let me know, let us know in the comments down below how you view discipline, how you view getting ahead in life, because you guys have the fucking answer. And I'm learning that as a Sun conjunct Saturn gal in Pisces. I'm learning that discipline is the key to everything. And I say that as someone who had no discipline. For the past 5 years, I've had no discipline in my life whatsoever, and I felt like I was dying. It was horrible. So this is why I'm really jumping on this bandwagon at the moment, because it's so amazing. Now let me know, Capricorns, I want to hear from you. Last card that we have for today is Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency of sound, and diving deep, which I love. So I feel like share your song, speak it out, talk things through. This is mercurial energy that's really coming up today. So talking things through, having conversations, singing things. If you feel like, maybe you need to sing it out. Maybe, this is something I do. When I'm actually in a really good mood or when I feel like I'm really fucking vibing, I will sing through what I'm doing. I'll be like, I'm going to the beach now because I'm ready to go for a motherfucking swim. That's how I live my life. Sorry guys for that little insight into me. But when I'm doing that, that's when I can tell that I'm really in a good vibe, because I'm singing myself through my daily activities and I love it. And I'm feeling pumped up and stoked, like I'm about to cook my breakfast and I love scrambled eggs on toast. It's like, be silly, be fun, have a little bit of like a silly energy, I really like this because the frequency of sound, it's so important. Walk around your house singing, walk around your house making jokes, do those sorts of things, because you will be amazed at how pumped up and happy you feel doing things that seem monotonous if you just allow yourself to play through them, So my loves, I'm going to leave that reading there. I love you guys so much. I do hope that you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed it and you resonated, please do give it a like down below, because it helps to spread these readings to other astro nerds like you and me. If you would like to book a personal tarot or astrology reading with me, you can do that through the link tree down below. I would like to thank your angels, your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides, all the beautiful benevolent beings that are surrounding you and I in all moments for allowing me to receive and to deliver this fabulous reading to you guys. Thank you so much for being here and checking in. Make sure you check out your channeled song, and I will see you in the weekend reading. Peace.